good till 3:30.
Yeah, and I'm recording it because their printer's out and the other one's broken. Oh, yeah. Here we are, Missoula Courthouse.
So pretty.
We're gonna do a lap around the outside real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut into the grass because, well, they expect you to. They built a gazebo out here. They built a gazebo out in the grass. They expect people to walk around out here.
I want to go in the gazebo.
They had people camped out. Like, the homeless people were camped out on this lawn for months.
Oh, I know. Did you see the rally?
Yeah.
When they had that rally out here and there was 15,000 people out here? Like, last month?
Yeah, I wasn't here for that, but...
So there was 15,000 people standing out here shouting and chanting and...
Yeah, I was busy off doing other stuff. Otherwise, I would have been here.
What was that called? No King's Day or something?
Yeah, they were against Trump. I don't mind. I kind of don't like any politician, so...
I don't like politics at all in any fashion.
Show me a politician, I'll show you a corrupt politician.
Are we allowed to go in here?
Well,
Well, the lock's not locked and it's open.
it's unlocked, unlatched. No restricted area signs. I like the wrought iron with the wood grain. And it looks like the pigeons are the only ones that come up here and enjoy this area. Pigeon gazebo. They were just doing work on this a while back.
I think they come in here and clean all this bird poop out.
An outlet if you need to charge your phone. Yeah, it really looks like it's a pigeon gazebo.
Don't they have a person whose job is to clean this up?
Yeah, they like to call themselves maintenance half the time, but they're really just a janitorial detail of some sort.
Well, if they paid me enough, I'd come out here and scrub this out.
I'd probably use it to camp at, or
Right.
everybody else did.
Okay. Well, that was as much shade as we're going to get for a minute.
Yeah, but we'll go inside and get some air conditioning in a minute.
Okay. I love the columns, they're so pretty.
I know. Guessing this is where they bring in people that are in jail already. Oh, the city hall
No,
is
it's
that.
when they transport the people from the jail, they have to go to court and they bring them over.
Yeah. Yeah, brown brick building off in the distance there is the city hall. It's kind of ugly compared to the courthouse. Yeah. And that's the side we parked on right over there.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go in this entrance. We got this strict thing about not smoking around any government buildings. Video surveillance. I gotta catch the signs first.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes they'll have signs that say no recording and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things they can't have.
But it's not allowed?
Yeah. In a public building, they can't have the signs saying you can't. Well, I guess I should look on the outside of the doors to see if there's a.
Right here. And then it's like, this is what this program would
I'm just checking to make sure there's no restricted access signs. Oh, server room. Doesn't say restricted access, but there's not much to see anyways.
Did you get this plaque?
Yeah.
Commemorating the people in crisis.
That's why I'm not making it too specific. And if someone gets defunded and they're not a part of us anymore, cool, we just rip that page out, we can move forward.
And I don't think it would be that hard to do right here.
People are.
Hand to the feet, window breathe.
Keeps wanting to turn every time I. Let's go check out the DMV.
Are you going into the treasurer or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're open.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the one in Hamilton too, so.
I can't wait till we get to the other side. We're so pretty in there.
Yeah, with the big dome and all that.
Yeah, with little staircases. It's pretty nice.
So, Missoula County, right?
Trying to catch the sign here. Looks like they're fairly busy today. All right. A lot of stamps. Big sturdy books.
tried to do it online and it's like license plate. Yes.
Headquarters.
Kevin T, window 3.
They just redesigned the background.
Huh. So year I was born.
There's a couple of those. There's one with there's
And then
Kevin M, window 7.
That's a big one back there for the seals. You got some nice views of the city hall and the bus depot. Oh, I'm sweating still. God, this is insane.
Selena P, window 5.
How can we help you?
Well, I'm just working on a story.
Oh, okay. Is there something I can talk to you about with the
No, just
how the office works? Or
checking out the publicly accessible areas and
as long as it stays in the publicly accessible stuff.
Yeah.
It's awesome. We can't go behind any of the desks down there.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
As soon as we're done here, I'll be moving to the next spot. Let me step out in the hallway real quick. Get a little air conditioning.
I just thought I'd try.
So you can give up your phone number. Looks like they might be in accordance. Some of them, they have the tags backwards or bent like that and you can't see them. Refresh a little there. Sweating all my water out. Head down there in a little bit.
No, just come in straight from the sidewalk. And there's some people there you can ask if they. Okay, I'll be right here.
might go up here. I think she's almost done. Is there a roundabout way to get to the meeting?
Yeah, we're upstairs today. So
Upstairs.
Yep.
She's in there getting some records. Let's go up to the sheriff's. I'll send her a message, let her know I'm there.
Is it Haley?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
You're okay. I'm Richard.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. We'll have him come back here if that's okay.
Yeah.
I just told him. No, I was waiting for you. I told him that I was going to send you a message, tell you I was up here. Didn't even have to send a message. You knew where I was.
Yeah, you just follow the people staring. Figured while we were here, I might as well get this. So.
Yeah. And another reminder. They're always recording you.
Are these all the minors and stuff?
I believe so.
So here's that case.
Okay.
I just put identity theft on the back. It's identity theft, so it's pretty straightforward on that. Just gotta say that was 7 years of time.
Okay.
A lot of it is like locking down your credit, like setting up your passwords and stuff with credit bureaus. So if somebody is using your information, we can't continue to do so moving forward. If you find out that the compromise elsewhere and you are out money or some other issues, let me know.
Okay. I will. Thank you. And I can just call you.
Yep. I'll email, text, whatever works best for you. Yeah. So
Great.
our office is in a bit of a flux right now with meetings.
Means I'll have to come back and get a new video of the new office. Can we see? I see a hole punch, but you can't see the date. Can't tell if it's in compliance or not. Looks like their doors had a few rough issues here. Disgruntled. See, another one right above their little plaque.
That's cool. I wonder what happened to him.
Eight to 5. Hello. I'm good.
You up to anything fun today?
I'm just working on a story.
Oh, that's cool. Anything fun?
Just public buildings and public officials, of course, of their duties.
And then if I have to do it later, I don't think he's gonna be around, honestly.
You should have saved that. I guess you have that other one.
It'll cost me $50 and $100 next time. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to fill this out for me. And I know you probably don't know a lot of information, but I do need like, their home address, their.
I think I have that on there. Can I borrow
Yeah, I'm
that?
gonna give this back to you.
Okay.
If you wanna sit in the blue chairs, I'll sit
Perfect.
more comfy, you betcha.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be, on the top is gonna be, this is the case number, which is the CV number.
Okay.
Justice, your name, their name. You're serving a summons and a complaint, so just circle that. Summons and complaint. Uh-huh. And then this is where you're gonna give me their addresses.
Okay.
You can put their place of employment as well. If they're on the paperwork, there's a date of birth, the phone number, anything like that's gonna help us with service.
I have phone number, but this Dave guy.
They
don't
actually have nice
anything.
views here.
So is it Gibson Davis?
You can see
or is
above
it-
the building.
Gibson Davis, yeah.
How you doing, bud?
Yeah, and I got that
Hi,
off the title.
I'm Bob.
of
I'm
the
with the security team
report.
here.
Yeah.
We're just curious, I mean, you're allowed to
So, yeah, I
videotape
got
here.
this off the,
But when you're taking pictures
I
of
got
our
a
surveillance and
report from a
stuff, it
ticket
kind of
from
brings,
when I called the police when he hit.
we're trying to figure out why
The
you're
names
doing
were on
it.
the
So when I take pictures of things that take pictures,
Well, but that's our security. Says it's not illegal, but it does raise a flag for us. So we just want to know,
I take pictures of things that take pictures.
that's fine. So like I said, you can do that. But it's just so you know, that kind of raises a red flag for everybody.
Okay.
Okay, what is your last name, Kenneth?
None yet.
Nanya, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're in the sheriff's office now.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
Publicly accessible in a
Yep.
public lobby.
You're exactly right. All right, Kenneth.
perfect. Thank you so much. Oops,
Well, I got
my
your first name.
purse is all open here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And coerced it out of somebody, I'm sure.
All
I
right,
just
thank you so very
asked,
much.
I don't coerce nobody. Just letting you know, it does raise red flags for us.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, thank
You have as many red flags raised as you want.
Okay. All right. You have a great day.
You too.
All right.
He asked for my name. And then he said, "Do you know that time?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're together." So then he said, "Well, what's his first name?" And I said, "Ken."
And then he just assumes it's Kenneth.
Yes.
Yeah.
He asked what we're doing here, and I said, "Well, we're filming public areas."
Well, that's probably why he was like, "Oh, you're perfectly allowed to do so."
Yeah, but he said it just kind of raised the red flag that you're like looking at where all the security cams are placed, to like we're gonna do something. I was like, "We're not doing anything."
Nope, I'm just showing that they're recording too. They only have a problem with my camera in my hands, but all their cameras, like that one,
Oh, that's so pretty. Looks like piano keys.
they only wanted to ask about me pointing it at other cameras, not when I'm doing stuff like this,
Yeah, no, he was wondering why you were filming the surveillance series.
where I'm filming everything, including plaques, pictures, historical stuff, everything I can.
From time to time.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this cute little.
I will come back that way in a second. Let me see who's on the docket today. So at one point there's a walk-up window here, but there's a bench in front of it. I don't know how you really walk up with it half blocked. That's a long one.
Jeez, so for this ticket, it's unless you're going to pay for about the speed limit, you can call your about so what happens?
He said I didn't need to pay for it.
I assume I would just hold it. He shouldn't have told you that, it's not true. We can get something scheduled. Days out or week out. Like you're in person and you're already, whatever letter.
I got what?
Even if you're remote there.
And desk used to come out farther.
All our initial appearances are at 1:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. And, so, what days or late? We could do tomorrow if you're interested in that.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
ask you
once.
not to record people in our office, sir. Yeah, you need to leave now.
So
You don't need to record in our office.
Well, you don't seem to understand I'm in a public area, and I have the right to record in public areas, especially public officials in the course of their duties. All right. Literally started over here. Do you see a person? Is there a person?
Just, yeah. That's fine.
Can't record the people that you're not recording.
You're like, I just want to be done. No, you're all good. So I'll go ahead and enter that in and then just enter in your name. Of course. Well, how much do you have any other issues?
So they can't have the recording in here?
Let's double check contact
It's public lobby, right?
Oh, no, this is actually where they do transactions and that with personal information.
All right. And the public is allowed in here to walk up to these service desks.
To do personal information for fines and fees and that kind of stuff. So they're doing personal transactions right now, so you can't be recording.
I'm not recording personal transactions.
They're discussing transactions over there, so you can't be recording in here.
Well, the onus of privacy is on the workers.
This part isn't public back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were recording back
I'm
there,
in
and I asked
public.
you not to do that.
I'm in public, and that's what matters, is where I am.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
in a second.
It's the
in
First
what-
Amendment. So in a second,
In a second here, you're going to be outside the building. So you can record out there all you want. But right now, I need you to go outside the door because you can't be recording in here.
I could record in any publicly accessible areas according to the First Amendment. have the right to film my public officials in the course of their duties.
They're not public officials. They're employees.
Yeah.
They're not public officials.
Okay, public servants.
Okay. But at the same time, this gentleman has the right to his privacy because he's doing a private
Well, yeah.
transaction right there.
And there's ways to do that. You can write things down. You can go in a private room.
There's also a right to privacy because you're recording him right now.
Well, the right to privacy. The onus would be on the workers.
The onus would be on you for not recording him.
No,
Yes, it would.
the onus is not on me. I get to
Let's
record
just-
in public.
Let's go outside and talk about it. Let's go outside and talk about it so he can finish his transaction. Either we go outside or I'm going to take you outside. Let's do this the right way. Let's just walk outside.
You're gonna take me outside?
Yes, I am.
You're gonna put me under arrest?
No, I don't have that authority, but I will call a deputy down here who will.
Okay, well,
Because
then
right now you're causing a disturbance.
I'm not causing a disturbance.
You are causing a disturbance because I've given you a
I'm
lawful
speaking
order
softly.
to walk out the door.
I'm speaking.
I've given you a lawful
Right.
order to walk out the door.
You're the one getting closer and louder. You're the one creating a disturbance. You can't give a lawful order if you can't arrest somebody.
Sir, listen to her.
Sir, I need you to please leave because this gentleman over here is giving us his personal information and you can't repeat
Well,
that.
and he can write it down if he doesn't want to speak it.
Your First Amendment rights
Yes.
stop when my First Amendment
Yes.
rights kick in.
Yes. So
Where?
I have the First Amendment
How?
right not to be recorded.
That's not true
I
at
am
all.
not in a public area. This is not a
Three
public
nights.
I'm
area.
in a public
I
area.
have that right.
I'm literally in a public area. That's
This gentleman has the right to privacy.
yeah.
We have the right
And
to
there's-
request that you leave.
There's ways
which
for
we
you to
have done
create
now
privacy.
several times.
Criminal side, I've got a disturbance.
No, you don't
We
have a
have that
disturbance.
right.
That's a false report. You don't seem to understand the right isn't the right to not record.
You've been asked to leave.
A public area that I'm lawfully allowed to be in.
You're allowed to be in there, yes, but you're not allowed to record his private
If I'm
information.
allowed to be, then I'm allowed to record. That's how the First Amendment works. Yes. You might want to brush up on the Constitution there, buddy.
I know my Constitution. I served this
Right.
country for 22 years.
Then what are the
I know my
five?
Constitution.
What are the 5 elements of the First Amendment then? There's 5 elements to the First Amendment. This right here is one of them. Yeah. Knows it so much, can't state the 5 elements.
Notice that you're not listening to a lawful order. Let's go outside right now. Let's go outside. There's
Well,
a deputy on the way, so
yeah.
you can either wait for him, and he's got the authority, or we can go outside and do this the civil way.
You can't give lawful orders if you're not an arrestable.
I am a public servant. I am a peace
public
officer.
servant, and
A
I am the
peace
public.
officer.
And I'm the public. In a public area, participating in my First Amendment rights.
We did not have a new case for him. Let me look at the jail information.
They've asked him not to record the or the private transaction going on in here, and he won't listen. He won't leave.
I'm not recording any transactions.
Yeah, we were getting personal information from the defendant and he kept recording and we asked him to stop and leave and he denied. That's exactly
I was
what
recording the opposite direction of you and your defendant.
That was capturing a conversation, that is private information, and we asked you to
Okay.
leave and you
And I
denied.
told you could write it down and make privacy.
Sir, why don't we step out? Let's get out this time. Come on.
Why would I need to step out?
She just advised you everything that you need to be told.
I'm a public person in a public
Because
area.
you're recording personal, confidential information.
I'm not.
And it doesn't need to be.
I was
recorded.
literally facing the other way when they started saying I can't record people.
Sir,
You realize this is
I'm
protected by the
request-
First Amendment, right?
Sir, I'm requesting that you leave kindly because they've already instructed you why you cannot record it. If you look at this sign right here,
Yeah.
come here, you can record it with your device too. Can you please read that for me?
It's a sign. Where's the code that says that's a law?
So why don't we step out and we can have a different conversation about that? There's no need to continue doing this.
No need to continue using my First Amendment right?
It's not First Amendment when you're recording protected information, confidential information.
The onus isn't on me to keep the information private. The onus is on them. So
And
they
that's
have to
what-
write
that's
it
why
down
they're
or something
asking
else.
you to leave.
That's
So
not
they
how
can
that
continue
works,
to do
though.
their jobs without being disturbed or having fear of you recording confidential, not important information for you to have. Just because you believe it's your First Amendment right. It's not.
It's not, I believe. I know
It's
I
the-
can.
It's the right of these other people to have freedom of their information being protected.
Yeah, and that's on them, the workers, to protect
Yeah,
that information.
And they cannot do that safely with you.
Well,
in your
they
record.
cannot kick me
You're
out.
free to stand out here and record all you want.
Yeah, and I'm free to stand right here and record
You're
too.
not.
What
You've
law
already
says
been
I can't?
instructed to do that.
What law says I can't record?
We'll step out here and we'll have that conversation.
We're gonna have a conversation right here.
I mean, I'm trying to be kind with you. I am.
I'm trying to be kind with you too.
You're not.
Yeah, I am.
You're not.
I'm telling you,
If you're disrupting their
I'm not.
work,
He's the one that got loud. He's the one that approached me.
Because-
I didn't say anything to them until they spoke to me. It's all on recording.
It did not need to happen. This actually.
Yeah, it didn't need to
decides
happen. They could have
telling
just
you
let me
cannot
walk
have it.
around. The sign doesn't have an RS. It's not a law.
Yeah, this time.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't leave?
You can leave, or you're gonna be arrested. Those are your two
All right.
choices.
I will
Step
leave,
outside.
and I need badges and names from all of you.
Hey, come on.
Name and badge number.
Come on.
I'm out here. Name and badge number.
Come on.
You
I'll
said.
give it to you out here.
Well, I'm out here. We stepped out here. Name and badge number. You too, sir, with the hoodie, the one walking away saying you were going to arrest me. Name and badge number.
Yeah, like 406. If you go back in there, you'll be arrested. Understood? Have a nice day.
I understand you guys are violating my First Amendment rights.
It's not your right.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's my right.
Your interpretation of what
No.
your rights are.
I know what
doesn't
my
mean you
rights
have a
are.
right to infringe on them.
Public areas.
No, you're completely
Public
wrong.
areas. I can record in public areas. What are the 5 elements of the First Amendment?
You're completely wrong. And
What?
Whatever your interpretation is, it doesn't matter what I tell you.
Free press.
It doesn't matter what I tell
I
you.
have free press, and free press
It doesn't
means I
matter
could go
what I
in.
tell you, you're going to argue it because
Yeah,
you're just
because
trying to
I'm
get
right and
a
you're
rise.
wrong.
You're just trying to get a rise because
No.
you want to put it on TV.
I already got a lawsuit. What do I need a
Well,
rise for?
Good luck with it. Enjoy it.
You guys violated my
Don't
First
go back
Amendment
in there,
rights.
You're going to be placed on arrest. It's very clear. Take
Yeah,
care.
it's very clear. You guys are going to violate my rights and arrest me and violate my rights even more. Jumping on the force wagon. We're just force people to do what we want, whether it's lawful or not. A bunch of idiots that don't know the actual law. Can't even state the First Amendment.
So, now what do you want to do?
You can't take video of those security screens.
I'm in public.
What's that?
I'm out here in public where
Yeah,
everybody
you're
told me to
not
be.
taking pictures of those screens.
I'm where everybody told me I
That's
could
security. That's us.
be. I was just told
Yeah,
I could
but
be here.
You're not taking pictures of those. That's security of the courthouse. So, you're
Well,
not.
he's saying I'm not, but I actually am. I don't know what the problem is. I'm exactly where everybody told me to go.
Right now, the problem is you. It keeps being you. That's the problem.
The problem seems to be you guys don't know what the First Amendment is and what my
Problem is
rights
you
are.
don't. That's the problem.
Oh, I know what it is.
No, the problem is that right now you're showing off, and it's getting old. So why don't you go outside and we'll just, that's the end of it.
I wasn't showing off. I was calmly, quietly, not talking to anybody, recording in public areas, which is perfectly legal.
It is, but not our security screens.
If it's viewable from public, it is.
We control it.
Good. Then turn them off like you did, and then I won't record it. That's
Now you're obstructing our job for not being able to look at.
not obstructing. I'm standing in public recording. It's First Amendment. I'm literally where you guys told me to go. You wanted me out of that office? I'm out of that office. I'm out here now with you guys. I'm not physically obstructing your ability to do your job in any way, shape, or form. You shut off your computers because you wanted to.
No, we shut off because we had to, because you're.
Well, you could create some privacy for your screens.
Or we could save the taxpayers some money by you doing the right thing instead of acting the way you are.
I am saving the taxpayers' money, and I am doing the right thing. I'm keeping my public servants
Not at all.
accountable
Not at all.
for their duties.
Not at all.
Just because you say not at all doesn't mean it's true. As a citizen of the United States, it's our duty to keep our public servants in check, make sure they're doing it. I am. Aren't those the two screens that are turned off? And I'm still hindering it from
That
the
door,
backside?
we asked you to walk out, so we're doing our job, and then you're not letting us, so.
Well, because I'm in public and this is my job. I can't stop doing my job. You guys obviously don't know what the media is. Oh, he went up there, but I don't see anybody coming back. Didn't even get done with the first floor yet. Well, I don't see him coming back. Have fun. Read the Constitution. You'll learn a few things. Yeah. Fire starter.
So maybe you're chatting with him.
Angst audits.
Hello?
That's the fire starter.
I love what you're doing.
Thanks. They got super upset 2 seconds ago.
Yes. Yes,
Now I can't go into any public offices.
You were already told you can't be in these offices.
I was told I couldn't be.
There's a sign
It's the
right
same
there.
one.
You need to exit this
Okay,
office.
which one of those is the law?
The one that says, please turn off electronic devices. You cannot be in here with us.
Where's your?
Do I need to
Sir.
get a
Yes,
deputy
go.
back down here? There,
Out the door, let's
once.
go.
Oh, Porky here.
Make you feel big to call us names.
Well, you guys are already starting it, so.
Hey, we didn't start anything. Somebody asked us to come, tell you you couldn't do something because you can't.
Because I can. I literally can. Like I said, read the Constitution. You'll learn.
Maybe if you try to follow it.
I am following it. This is the First Amendment, freedom of press, and it's
Privacy, which is also their rights.
there's no privacy in public. That's not how it works. If you want privacy, you create privacy. All right, well, I got a lot more building to explore. Since yeah, I was a little mean. I called him Porky because he was blocking the doorway. He wanted me to go out. Took a little bit to get me riled up, though. It's not like I started calling him names right off the bat. Not an exit anymore, I guess. See what other public offices I'm not allowed in. All right. Meter's running out down there. Granted, I don't take the arrest like some people, but I have children at home, and being a single parent, you don't need the arrest. As soon as they say they will arrest you, if you don't stop your rights, that's the lawsuit part.
You've already been told you can't be in the offices filming.
All right, where's the sign in this one?
Leave.
Where's the sign?
Leave.
Where's the sign?
Leave.
Okay, you showed me a sign in every other office. This one doesn't say it.
We don't have to go through this with every office in the building. You've been asked to leave.
This
Leave.
one doesn't even have a sign saying no recording anywhere.
You do not have my consent to record me.
Consent doesn't matter in public.
Leave.
You guys are really lining yourselves up for it. Nothing that says no recording, nothing that says restricted. There's your bathrooms, and a door that must be locked. Can't tell if that one's in compliance from here. My own personal escort, keeping me out of all the public areas.
so many of them, this age group, 13 to 17.
They're just gonna find out your name.
Yeah, they always like access to their son.
Their first concern. Oh no. A camera recording a camera.
Probably. I'm not sure. It's so pretty up there.
Yeah, that's where I'm heading next.
Very different.
We only have a few more minutes, but
But all the doors are locked.
oh, that's fine.
It's way better.
Yeah, up here's mostly courtrooms anyways. Have to go to the other side to catch the rest of it. So I have to come to the other side to catch the rest of it.
So pretty. The guy said it was built in 1910.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, people who live here don't take the beauty, I guess we just don't think about it after we've been there. I've been here a million times, so I never noticed this. Yeah. We came and shows every year at the Girl Scouts, we would come and stuff, but we just don't think about it. Last time I was here, there was a group from, I don't remember if it was Japan or China or where they had, oh my goodness, they were just maybe. It was really cool.
Huh.
4 minutes, you think we should go in? Did you run out? I mean, must have.
mean?
Is that where they deliberate?
It looks like some kind of office.
Yeah, I think that's where the jury deliberates.
Well, somebody has a lot of ties in there. I wonder if those are the, if you ain't got one, borrow one.
Must be the judges. Alright, you ready?
Yeah. Well, that is pretty much the whole building. There's like a little hallway over here.
Now that we're raised up a stir.
At least they fully frost the bathroom ones, even between the letters and stuff. Wonder what these are. Well, there's one of those.
Oh, I think that's the jury's lockers,
Huh.
where they have to keep all their stuff.
Let's see. Can I point out another one? Reaction.
Yeah, that's where the jury has to keep their cell phone and other personal effects while they're in trial.
Well, that was a pretty good one, guys. We're gonna go ahead and catch you on the next one after I file some paperwork, I guess. They had no idea what the First Amendment was.